Yes, sir, 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 sir. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-mm. MLB baseball. Mm. Okay, 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 okay. Working with here. I just been doing what's up, Solo? I've been doing man, I've been doing a lot. So the few videos that I have been doing, I've been doing them recordings. So, if you could catch those recordings, I've been doing recordings. So yeah, I'm busy then, working, and then I know I work overnight. Next week I gotta go. I gotta work first shift probably, man, and that's gonna mess my little sleep schedule up or whatever. I don't know. Let's see. But I've been doing a lot of NBA. I already know what's up with NBA. NBA can get really, really, really can get really volatile around these times. So you got to really be tuned in and be dialed in with your picks, especially sticking to the highest usage players. One and two picks is pretty good. They pretty good around this time. I just think when I do play playoff games, I only mess with like I'll find a few unders here, but like I said, just stick it to the highest usage players. Uh, the stars, man. That's really it, man. Figuring out figuring those out. But baseball been okay, and around the playoff times. That's when I do make that transition. I make that transition. Try to get an early, an early look on these NBA games because I mean MLB games because once I get to flowing, it's a wrap. Once I get to flowing, sharing this post out real quick. Yeah, Kansas City won that game. All right, I don't want to hold y'all real that long or whatever. Just want to drive through here, tell you guys what I like, show you guys what I like, what I think can possibly happen. Get in and get out, right? Uh, mm, 1 second here. right. What do we got here? Now I could just run down to tell you guys everything, but that's probably what I'll end up doing and just get off of here and try not to make things too long, right? So first game here, it was Oakland Athletics at Baltimore Orioles. The moneyline parlays, run line straights. I jumped on it early, right? I didn't even look at the basketball props, man. I didn't. Most of the time right now, I didn't even bet. I probably don't even bet basketball today. I don't know. But I already took the Baltimore Orioles moneyline parlays, run line straights, and Corbin Burns. I couldn't talk off his strikeouts. I know they opened up. They've been fluctuating about 8.5 and 7.5, and you could also look at his outs. I probably don't go to his outs either, but you could look at his outs. His outs is coming out at 18.5. I probably don't go there. If you go on chalkboard or something, take it at 17.5. I love that. Can he get to that 18.5? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. But I haven't went there. My bats here in this game, Gunnar Henderson and Ryan O'Hearn. You can take those guys for hits, runs, and RBIs, whichever one you want to do. I like them, right? Gunnar Henderson has been on fire. The Los Angeles Dodgers at Toronto Blue Jays. We've got an over under 9. Not too much betting on this game here. The Dodgers. Bassett on the mound. You got Bassett, right? Once upon a time, he was pushing his worst versus lefties. You can look at the left-hand bats. Top bat of the game here would be Shohei Ohtani for me, followed by Freddie Freeman. Those two bats I think I like, but of course, Shohei Ohtani, you can put him in your hits parlays all the way up to a home run. So it is what it is with that situation. Washington Nationals at Miami Marlins. Now, Luzardo was supposed to go. He's not going. I didn't even know who the fuck this guy is. I'm not even messing with Maldonado. I didn't even look into this game. Don't know who's going to win this game. Trevor Williams, he's another guy who, when he was pitching his worst, it was versus lefties. So you can look at some of these lefties like Jazz and a few other lefties on his team. Other than that, I'm not recommending anything. This Washington Nationals teams have shown the ability to be poised and things of that nature. If you want to go to the Washington, you'll get them for good value. Trevor Williams has been pitching good, right? You can't get good value at plus money with this Washington Nationals team, but it is what it is, right? Don't have too much for that game. New York Mets, St. Louis Cardinals. We got an over under 7.5 in the spot. Interesting spot here. We got McCullers on the mound and Budo on the mound. Budo, whatever his name is. I like McCullers here. No. I don't like McCullers here. Tell you, my fault. I don't like McCullers here. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I don't like McCullers. He's not one of my favorite. He's not one of my favorite pitchers right now. He's giving it up. Right now, McCullers is probably pitching his worst versus right-hand pitching, batting, left-hand batting, whatever the case may be. As far as the bat side here, I did take a long look at Nemo. He was on my radar there. And if you get, I forget the guy name. Stewart. He's another guy who was in play for power. So Stewart and Nemo was two bats that I'm looking at. I probably won't get there. But if you just want a suggestion for bats, then it is what it is. Yeah, Gunnar Henderson and O'Hearn, Big 90. Those guys who I was definitely looking at. But like I said, McCullers, not one of my favorite pictures here. I was looking at, he might not be. Is this a confirmed lineup? Probably is. He might not be starting or something like that. But Nemo was a decent choice if you just was looking for a bat on that side of things there. Strikeout wise, Strikeout wise, this kid got some strikeout stuff. Okay, Budo, however you want to say it. He's a righty. Strikeout prop. K percentage sitting at 31. He's only played what? He pitched 3 games so far. 6 innings in 2 of his last 3 games. 6 innings. He went 6 innings, 2 of his last 3 games. 6 strikeouts or better in each and every last game. So versus right-hand pitching. Don't know if I want to go there, but I couldn't talk you off of it if you wanted to. St. Louis, they round 13th in striking out versus right-hand pitching at 23%, as you can see. WRC plus around 86. You do got some veteran bats on the St. Louis side, but if you really want to get to his Ks, be my guest. The number they in the bottom half of the strikeouts, saying that you can go ahead, but his outs prop can be intriguing as well. If you don't think like his strikeouts, you can look at his outs. His outs sitting at sitting at 15.5. As you can see, he's hit this number 2 of his 3 games. Okay, so Budo, as you can see, his outs prop. I'll just filter it to last 5. This is where his first game he pitched right there. So 2 of his last 3 games, he's hit this number versus Detroit. He's hit this number versus Kansas City. Dodgers, of course, got to him. I couldn't talk you off the outs at 15.5 for plus money. If you want to get there, be my guest. It's just some plays that I don't mind getting to. Okay, so it is what it is, right? So those are some plays that I don't mind getting to. Chicago Cubs at Boston Red Sox. We got an over under 7.5 in the spot. Chicago at Boston, right? So Emmanuel Shata, I call him Shata, bang, right? My Chicago Cubs. And then you got Crawford. 2 guys that got some pretty decent K stuff on the mound here. Right now, I can give you numbers. 2 guys that got some pretty good K stuff here. You're going to have Shota. I call him Shota. Of course, I'm from Chicago, but it is what it is. Cutter Crawford, he's been pretty good. Everything looks good, man. Launch angle was pretty up, right? K percentage around 27. Shota, where is he? Right here, right? Hard hitting percentage is up. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody probably might take his ass deep. Exit velo, launch angle, all that shit is up right now. Slugging, 25% K rate. He's been doing good. You know what I'm saying? Looking at his but I think it's a matter of time. What the numbers say, it's probably a matter of time, right? He's given up 1 home run. It might have been a two run shot. Other than that, he hasn't given up any runs. Strikeouts been kind of all over the place. 3, 4, 5, 9. If I had to take a strikeout for any one of these guys, it would probably be, I ain't even gonna lie, it would probably be Cutter Crawford, even though I'll get to this in 1 second and I'll show you guys what's going on with this Boston team. But strikeouts, he's had 6 strikeouts or better in every game except for 1. Cutter Crawford been looking really, really, really good. I think he's feeling going in, fan the shit out of my Cubs. At least hit his strikeout prop or his out prop. So, but yeah, versus right-hand pitching, Chicago Cubs, they right here. They top 10 in striking out. Lately, they've been striking out pretty good. 24% right there versus right-hand pitching at 99 WRC plus. And then on the flip side, versus left-hand pitching, Boston Celtics. I mean Boston. Whoever the fuck they are, Boston. Who are they? Red Sox. 11% walk rate showing patience, but they are striking out. Only 247 plate appearances, but they are striking out. They're the number 1 team striking out versus lefties. The 105 WRC plus. They do have some bats over here, but it is what it is, right? The pitching for Boston, I think you could go. I think you could go either way, right? With the strikeouts here for Cutter Crawford. I think you can go. I think you can go strikeouts or outs, right? 5.5, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I think you can go strikeouts and or outs, right? If you like ESPN, one of my favorite books to bet on is ESPN Bet. Like I said, ESPN Bet is the only book that lets you alter strikeouts and let you alter strikeouts and put outs in the same game parlay. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we trying to win the day. You know what I'm saying? We're not, we're trying to win the day. I don't give a fuck if it's a plus 100, whatever the case may be. You can come in here and build you out some type of some type of parlay. Like you can get 5 strikeouts for Emmanuel. You can probably get 5 strikeouts for Cutter. That's a minus 140 right there. 5-5. You can also throw in outs. It's only one book that lets you do this. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys are up for the outs, up to hit their outs. If I had to take one to hit their outs, I don't even know. It probably would be Cutter Crawford, but I got love for both of them. It probably would be Cutter Crawford though. You can add that in. You can add both of them in if you wanted to. So it's a lot of flexibility going on over here, and FanDuel has added a lot of flexibility to their book too. On FanDuel, I use a lot of hits and runs. You know what I'm saying? This is an example here, but alternate hits and runs and stuff like that. I like to. Alternate runs, total runs. I like to mix and match those up because sometimes you can decipher which team going to put up runs, but you can't decipher who's going to put the runs up. You can do a lot of shit. So getting to plus 100 bankroll builders, making sure you win the day. These books, some of these books are making it pretty easy for you to do that. Okay, so just keep that in mind. You don't have to swing for the fences. You want to win the day every day. You want to win the day. So it is what it is, right? Couldn't talk you off any of these pitching numbers here. That's why we have a low total here. Of course, I know it's sitting at 7.5 or 8. 7.5. Pitching is in play in this game here. All right. Man, that was a lot right there for that game. Next game on the docket here we're gonna look at is going to be the and if you're watching this, go ahead and like the page, man, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be times I'm not gonna post plays. Sometimes I'm gonna post information. But if you walk this walk early, like we put in this work early throughout the season, shit gonna be a breeze. Cleveland Guardians at Atlanta Braves here. Guardians is a team that don't strike out much. Logan Allen on the mound, Chris Sale on the mound. Don't know what to say here. It's a matter of time before Chris Sale does get fucked up. I'm telling you that right now. I don't have nothing for this game. I would say Atlanta Braves are nothing for me in this spot. Of course, we know who the Atlanta Braves are. I give the bats. I gotta tell you this: the bats lean. I give it to Atlanta here. Probably top bat would probably be probably top bat would probably be Acuna here, and the top play. I would probably take Acuna for a stolen base. That's just me. If he gets on, he's gone, right? You get a stolen base for him. Acuna at plus 240. What has he been doing in the stolen base category? I'll show you guys. I bet him and Corbin Carroll stolen bases all the time, right? So and you're gonna get good plus money for him. I bet, like I said, let's see, Acuna Jr. right here. I bet him and stolen base. So let's just say the last 10 games right here, right? He had 5 stolen bases in the last 10 games. You all these stolen bases coming out at plus money. The very least is coming out at plus 200, plus 190. You could have bet his stolen bases every game and still been profitable or profitable in some shape, form, or fashion. You see what I'm saying? This is his last 10 games, last 20 games for him. Only 7 for 20. But lately, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's just, and he's got some catching up to do. Last 5 games, he's got 3 stolen bases, plus 200 a pop. You know what I'm saying? If you lost these 2 games, you're still coming out profitable. You see what I'm saying? You're still coming out profitable. Good and profitable too. good and profitable too. So that's what I've been doing for the Ronald Acuna, man. You know, he's been getting on base, and then boom, you know what I'm saying? He's taking it. In a game like this where it could be chippy too, he probably gonna take a base. He probably gonna take a base. He got to get on. There's multiple ways to get on, and once he get on, it's on. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Stolen base is not a real possibility. It's there for somebody like him. Tampa Bay Rays at Chicago White Sox. We had an over under 7.5 in the spot. Zach Eflin on the mound. Chris Flexen on the mound, right? It's a fade of the Chicago White Sox all the time. Now, Chris Flexen is a lefty. He is giving it up, right? Once upon a time, this Tampa Bay Rays team, they have hit lefties really, really well, right? Once upon a time. I'm not saying I don't recommend no bets, but I haven't recommended any bets for this game. At the end of the day, it would probably be moneyline parlays, run line straights. I'll take the Tampa Bay Rays in this spot. Eflin, right? He's gonna get a boost in the strikeout department. Not his strikeout props probably not that high. Might be at 5.5 now, but you know it is what it is. 5.5 for plus money. Don't know if I'll go there. I do see instances where he can hit his outs prop. His outs prop, I can see instances where he can get to outs, right? His outs prop sitting at probably 17.5. Like I said, I can see instances where he can get to his outs prop. Where's that game? There's Eflin right there. His outs prop sitting at let's go left. It's sitting at 17.5. So that's 6 innings, right? That's 6 innings. I think he can get there. He hit this number 3 of his last 5 games. So I think he's getting there, right? I think he can get there, right? He's been pitching pretty well this season so far. His strikeouts, he just hit this strikeout number versus the Yankees. So I definitely think he can get this number versus the White Sox at 5.5. You can tease it down if you want. He's got 5 strikeouts in every game. You can shake it down if you want. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, you can go to a book like you can go to a book like right here, like ESPN Bet, and you can slide over here and you can come over here. And ESPN Bet does let you do those long ass parlays, whatever the case may be. But you can slide over here, you slide in, and you can get them for probably, let's see, you can probably get them for 4.5 strikeouts. And you can get them for like the money line, right? You get them like 4.5 strikeouts. You can take the first 5 money line. You can take the run line. You can take the full game, whatever the case may be, right? Like if you were to take the money line, that's a minus 124 there. You could also slide in there. You could also slide in there and take his outs if you wanted to. Bam, you could throw his outs in there. That's a plus 137. It's a lot of ways that you can skin it, man. It's a lot of ways. Major key to straight bet. Moneyline parlays, run line straight to the B Tampa Bay. Nothing for me. The outs for Eflin, lean towards the over strikeouts, would tease them down. Or you can also slide over here. You can manually get your player performance doubles, or they have player performance doubles set for you already, right? So that's another thing that you can look at there. Like I said, Eflin, he's pitching his worst towards, I want to say Flexen pitching his worst towards righties, whatever the case may be, but you can get 5 strikeouts in the win at plus 100. You can also tease it down to 4 strikeouts in the win, whatever you want to do, however you want to look at it, man. It is what it is, right? Cincinnati Reds at Texas Rangers. Here we got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Now the Cincinnati, we got Ashcraft on the mound, Eovaldi on the mound, right? Over under 8.5 in this spot. When I like to back the strikeouts for this team hit, when I like to go against Cincinnati on the road. Okay, that's one thing I do like to do. Go against Cincinnati on the road versus right-hand pitching. They will strike out. Cincinnati top 3 in striking out versus right-hand pitching, as you can see right now, at 28% in 583 plate appearances here, and 86 WRC plus. So it is what it is. Don, what's up? Yo, what's up, Don? So it is what it is with that spot there. I don't mind targeting strikeouts for him, for these guys, and on the road right now. Another guy, another pitcher. It just is what it is. His outs is in play at 17.5. The Eovaldi outs is in play. I couldn't talk you off of it. His strikeouts or his outs. I haven't been betting Eovaldi strikeouts, but He's been pitching pretty good this year. I can't take nothing from him. Eovaldi here. He's been pitching pretty good, man. He has, right? So strikeouts for him. We'll look at the last 5 games there. 2 games, he's got 8 strikeouts. His strikeout prop sitting at 6.5. He's hit 6 Ks at 3 of his last 5 games. That's all his starts this year. His outs prop, right? The outs prop for him sitting at 17.5 at a -140. He's 3 or 5 to that number and been flirting with it, right? So if you want to get precise, if you really want to get precise on the road versus right hand pitching, let's get a little bit more precise here, right? Cincinnati, they're still number 3 in striking out, and the WRC plus is up a little bit more of a hair higher, but I still got love for Eovaldi's K's in some shape, form, or fashion. I ain't gonna lie, I haven't been betting his K's this year, but this is information that you can use. And like I said, at the end of the day, this team is still third in strikeout, whether versus right-hand pitching, whether they're on the road or whatever the case may be. I can go through the lineup here and see how many Ks they got in their lineup so far. And this is just a rough estimate, you know what I'm saying? I can look at it, right? So Cincinnati, we still awaiting the start lineup here, but you know, you got Ellie De La Cruz here, strikeout, and Carson Strand, that's 2, Benson, that's 3, Martini, that's 4, Candelario, that's 5. So it's a 31% K rate, a 29% K rate, a 37% K rate, a 29% K rate, a 30% K rate, 22. You'll strike out. So this is the importance of looking at lineups, seeing who's in lineup, knowing your personnel. You can just about go in there and count the strikeouts. You can go in there and count them. That's how you can decipher how you taking your strikeout props, how far these motherfuckers gonna go in these games and all this shit, right? So there you have it, right? But like I said, Eovaldi right now, he's sporting a 23% K rate, not as high as I would like it to be. If you want to get to him, I haven't pulled the trigger. I probably lean towards his outs. If this was in Cincinnati, I probably wouldn't. I don't like to take pictures in Cincinnati. I didn't even look at Ashcraft here. I'll tell you one thing. He's not been on my radar, but I wouldn't be surprised if Corey Seager just let it all out today, man. He's due. I know y'all been betting on him. He's due. New York Yankees at Milwaukee Brewers. We got an over under 8.5 in this spot. Kyler Ray on the mound, not one of my favorite pitchers here. Gil on the mound. He's got good K stuff. Another pitcher that's got good K stuff. Lately, Milwaukee been hitting righties really, really good. If you want to get to Gil's K stuff, he's got it. If you want to get there, be my guest. Am I going to get there? Probably not, but he's got some good K stuff, okay? You can look at his outs as well, but like I said, I'm so skeptical. These guys been they've been hitting righties, man. They have. So surprisingly, and they've been hitting without my guy. Any bats you like today? Yeah, just a few of them. I'll get to them. Just a few of them. Soto right here. Soto. McGill, his house props in at 15. If you want to get there, be my guest. 15.5, actually. He just hit that number versus Tampa Bay. I don't know if I'm going to get there. The strikeouts, they kind of intriguing. I don't know if I'm going to get there either, but he does have good K stuff. He's got it, right? I don't know if I'm going to get there, but it is what it is, right? As far as the side of this game, I don't know right now. Soto, my favorite bat. I like Soto in this spot. You can take his hits, runs, and RBIs all the way up to a home run. Love what Soto's been doing here. Minnesota Twins at Los Angeles Angels here. Now, Sandoval's in a great spot if you ask me. This Los Angeles team will strike out too. But versus left-hand pitching, I like to target Minnesota versus right-hand pitching. But hey, Sandoval is in a good pitch in a good spot too. This Minnesota team just known to strike out, man. So I'll give you guys the numbers on this real quick. Uh, Minnesota, yeah. So versus left-hand pitching, only 195 plate appearances. Ed, gone somewhere, man. Gone somewhere. What up, Ed? Um, yeah. So 24%. They number 7 in striking out. Only 195% plate appearances. They've hit. They probably hit lefties better than they've hit anything at a 108 WRC plus there. So it is what it is. His strikeouts is only at 8.5. So I mean 5.5. So if you want to get there, be my guest. I don't know if I'll get there. I don't know. I should though. I should. I should. I mean, this is what they Minnesota Twins do. I just hate to be on the other side. I hate to be on the other side. I hate to be on the other side where Minnesota would just like to just, have a world beaters game. I hate to be the recipient on that side. Select, yeah, left that game alone. The Angels bats been all scattered. So they've been running Trout lead off. Trout is a guy that you don't need me to talk about. He's in play every day. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they've been leading him off. He's been smacking home runs and shit like that. So, it is what it is, right? Philadelphia Phillies at San Diego Padres. 7.5 over under in this spot. San Diego coming out of course. Bats might be off a little bit. Nola's known for pitching long innings and long outs. What I will say about this here, WRC plus, San Diego Padres, they was looking good versus the left-hand pitching at one, but they've fallen off a little bit. WRC plus was a little bit higher than that, but unfortunately, this is not a lefty. This is a righty, right? So they facing a right-hand pitcher here, San Diego Padres. Now they're hitting righties a little bit better now, right? That's interesting. There, I still like Nola in this spot. To at least battle with these guys. I'm not gonna say it's strikeout prop or nothing like that, but to at least battle with these guys. Keep an eye out for Machado's status there. I think he's on maternity leave or something like that. If he's in, then he's in. Other than that, I can't really wrap my hands on how I want to attack this game, man. On the flip side, they do have who's the other pitcher? Musgrove. I don't know what to think for this game here. Nola, his outs prop would probably be at 18.5. I don't. It's got to be a really good spot for me to give you guys an 8.5. I mean, 18.5 outs prop. So yeah, 18.5 outs prop. Like if you got a book like or you got Chalkboard, you can take him down to 17.5. I like that. Musgrove might get there. Who knows? I don't have nothing for this game. Maybe a lean toward the under. I don't have nothing for this game. Let me not force nothing. Let me not do that. Okay. I didn't have nothing. Don't try to go in there and find shit. All right. At Arizona Diamondbacks and Seattle Mariners over under 7.5. Not a big fan of Hancock. Zach Gallen on the road. A little bit different type of guy on the road. However, he's still in a great strikeout spot. His strikeout props open up probably around 7.5 for a minute. I mean 6.5 for a minute. I'm quite sure it's at 7.5 right now. I don't think I want to go there, right? I don't think I want to go there. But he's in a good spot though. Let me see. Yeah, he's in a good spot. Seattle, strikeout versus left-hand pitching, right-hand pitching, number one. So I wouldn't be surprised if he go out there and start fanning their ass. Let's take a look at some of his splits real quick, right? Before I make a fucking decision on this, because I did not look at his split to anything like that. So let's see. Real quick. Zach Gallen. What's he been doing? His game log, 10 strikeouts versus Colorado, go figure. 7 versus St. Louis. He's won 6 innings, 2 of his last 5 games. Has he pitched at Colorado? Yeah, he has. Um, hmm, 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 hmm. All right, what's the splits looking like? As of right now, see, 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 he's getting hit, right? 7.20 ERA on the road, right? He's getting hit on the road. Um, he where was he at in Colorado? Because let me see. How many runs did he give? At Colorado, 3 earned runs. Okay. At San Francisco, 5 earned runs. Okay. Both of his games on the road, he's giving it up, right? So he's on the road right now. That's one thing. That's one thing. Even though it's a lot of bats over here that don't too much scare me for Seattle, but still, right? But he went on the road and struck them motherfuckers out in Colorado. Okay, one more thing. Let me check the splits from last year. One more thing, right? One more thing. See if it's trending, because I forget. Okay, he's a little bit worse on the road than he was at home. Let me take some of his strikeouts numbers here from last year. Strikeout numbers on the road was looking like, so his K percentage was versus lefties and righties was about identical. His home and road K percentage. So at home, his K percentage was at 30. On the road was at 22. He was at home versus lefties and righties, 29% K rate, 30% K rate. His K rate dipped on the road, 22.5, 22.3. That was last year. Same shit that's going on right now. See the difference of home and on the road makes a whole ton of a difference, right? Now, do these bats scare me though? Right? Do these bats scare me? They right around middle of the pack. I mean, right around average WRC plus there. At the end of the day, these bats don't scare me like they. I don't. I don't fuck with Seattle like that. Y'all don't see me come on here and recommend a lot of Seattle props and shit like that. But I'm so undecided in this spot here. What I would do? What would I do? I don't know, man. I want to take the strikeouts, and I don't want to take the strikeouts. I want to take the outs, and I don't want to take his outs. And one good thing about that is if you think he's going to get a good strikeout, I think you can take his outs. You know what I'm saying? Strikeouts in this lineup, Cal Raleigh, 31%. That's one. Julio, that's two at 32%. Urias, I don't know if he's going to be in the lineup more, but look at this 31, 32, 36, 25, 28, 28, 20, 34. Man, these motherfuckers, 29, 20, these motherfuckers striking the fuck out. He might strike their ass. Man, he might have a field day on their ass. You never know, man. Shit, man. And you can take something like ESPN Bet. I'm probably gonna end up, I might end up doing something, man, just to look for a little bit of money here. Now that I see that, I might end up doing a little something. Now, the bats, though. I did have 2 bats that graded out really well. Corbin Carroll. Right? So, I forgot how I would rank them, but I do like those 2 guys. Corbin Carroll is in play for a stolen base every time, right? Every time. And at the end of the day, I think Corbin Carroll rated a little bit higher than Christian Walker for me, but you probably can't go wrong for either one of those. So Corbin Carroll, Christian Walker lean towards the over strikeouts and outs for Zach Gallen. The numbers line up, what is he gonna do on the road? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with that. Uh, oh, the last game on the docket here is the San Francisco Giants game. We got an over under 8 in this spot. When I looked at this game earlier, I was thinking towards the over, right? I was thinking towards the over. Bats, I think it was Wade Jr., right? I think it was Wade Jr. Let me make sure, right? What is this? Shit. I think Wade Jr. was one guy that stood out for me. Let me make sure though. Before I get to Lamonte Wade Jr. Give y'all these bats real quick. San Francisco Giants. Who else was that? Pittsburgh Pirates. So, and when you want to target Quinn Priester, you want to target them lefties, right? So them lefties in play for me. So if I had to take one bat from Pittsburgh, it would be O'Neal Cruz. It's the lefties on both sides for me. The lefties here. You know what I'm saying? So we want to see who's in the lineup, and then we'll go for them from there. But the top bats, which grade now for me, is going to be Lamonte Wade Jr. number 1, Mike Yastrzemski number 2, O'Neal Cruz number 3 from this game. Right, those are the top 3 bats. 2 of them coming from San Francisco side. Those are the bats that I was looking at. If I had to take one, I couldn't tell you. Probably would be Lamonte Wade Jr. I ain't even gonna lie. At least for a hit, all the way up to a home run, something like that. Him and Mike, all 3 of them, man. Those are three bats. Take it how you want to take it. Most of the time, Wade Jr. Most of the time he's leading off. I want to say so. Definitely he's going to get a decent amount of chances to get hit to whatever the case may be there. Right. Don't have a side in that one. I was thinking over early, but I'll fall back from the over. Just I'll look at some of those bats. Right. I'll look at some of those bats. Harrison, man. I don't know. What's the strikeout props in that? 5.5. All right, so it is what it is. I don't think I'll be going there, right? There's so many pitching spots. There's so many pitching spots here. So going back over it, so Carter Crawford, right? If he's got it going today, he'll be able to put value on a 5.5. What I mean by value, like if you want to ladder it up, you'll be able to get him at 6.5, 7.5, right? You know what I'm saying? Opposed to going to somebody like Corbin Burns, where you gotta hope he get 9 or 10 Ks. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I'm gonna stop doing this year. Like Corbin Burns, I think he can get there, 7.5. I think he could get there. But when I want to ladder somebody, I'm gonna look at somebody like Cutter Crawford at 5.5 and take him up to 8 and 9 because his strikeout prop is kind of low. Same thing with Budo. If I want to ladder somebody at 5.5, you're getting good 5.5 for him right now at plus 150. So I think there's a possibility where he can get there. Zach Eflin is in a good spot for his strikeouts. Eovaldi is also in a good spot for his first strikeouts. Gill, for some reason, his line is closed. I'll go back and see. Sandoval is in a good spot. Gallen is in a good spot. So, those are guys that are in good spots. They're the same guys that are in good spots for their outs, right? Their outs. Same guys are in good spots for their outs. Same guys, right? Bats, Gunnar Henderson, Ryan O'Hearn. I like both of those guys. Couldn't decide. Gunnar Henderson is just on fire right now. Ryan O'Hearn, you get his hits, runs, and RBIs at minus 130. I like him. Ohtani, Soto, Trout. I didn't mean to put him up there, but he's in play every day. Christian Walker. I told you I like Corbin Carroll here as well. Stolen bases. Acuna and Corbin Carroll. I didn't finish putting bats in here. Like I said, Lamonte Wade Jr. Lamonte Wade Jr. would probably be my favorite bat from that other game, from that San Francisco game. And let me see one more thing here. I didn't put all my bats in here in up there, right? I didn't. Um, but like that, not only Soto, Freddie Freeman as well, because I like these lefties versus that pitcher. Um, if you just had to want somebody from Tampa Bay, you could look at Yandy Diaz. Um, if you just got to take somebody from the Mets, you could look at Brandon Nemo. If you just got to take somebody from Cincinnati, you could look at Will Benson. And somebody who's extremely due, Corey Seager. He's just extremely due right now. That's it. It's very, very important to bet straights or try to at least, keep it low, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Charles Dawson? Extremely important to try to bet straights and try to keep it low. You know what I'm saying? Using these alternates to your advantage. Like I said, there's a few things I like to do. So here's a popular book like FanDuel, right? So these when you just know a lot about the game and you just don't know where to go and stuff, runs expected to be put up and stuff like that, you can come over here, like I said, come over here and mess with the team totals, man. You can do some alternate team totals, man, like the 2.5 for a Baltimore Orioles team, right? You could come back, look at who else I expect. I expect the Mets to actually put up runs versus Miles McCollum, right? So if you want to do a little bankroll parlay or something like that, you can slide in there. I expect the Mets to put up runs here. You know what I'm saying? You can come over here. Mets put up 3? Maybe get them in there for 3. You know what I'm saying? Who else I expect to put up runs? Dodgers, I expect them to put up 3 runs. You know what I'm saying? I expect them to put up 3 runs. This is just an example that I'm just, you know what I'm saying, putting out an example right now. You could come in here because this is a popular book. You can also, I want to say, I expect them to get 3 runs. And my rule of thumb, even with basketball, even with all these numbers, the numbers is a numbers thing. Any 3 minus 300s will get you the plus money. Sometimes any minus 400, 3 minus 400s can get you the plus money. You know what I'm saying? It's just, some other candidates. Who else, man? Let's see. Um, Braves. You know what I'm saying? Can get you to 3 runs. You know what I'm saying? Braves can, get you to 3 runs here and there, Uh, so, that's another team that you can add to your player pool. You can add them to your player pool and just put them there and then just, go through there and decipher which ones you really, really want to take to get you to a builder. What other team I expect to put up runs? And you just want to definitely go to your definites. Don't be fumbling around with this shit. Just, go to your definites. It might not be a lot of games. Just go to a few games where these teams can put up those runs and, what I'm saying, get you a little something up out of there, right? Now you can probably take any 3 of these, probably 3 of these and get you the plus money, right? So say you wanted to take I don't know, maybe you want to take out the Mets game. That's a minus 119. I still lay that juice. I still would lay that juice. The Braves to 3 runs, Baltimore 3 runs, and the Dodgers at 3 runs. Shit like that, man. It's a lot of ways. It's a lot of ways to. It's a lot of ways. And then early lines are the best lines. And like I said, straight bet. And then don't forget ESPN bet. I can't stress this enough. ESPN bet. I can't stress this enough. ESPN bet is the only book that lets you bet outs in a parlay with alternate with alternate strikeouts and shit, right? Like I said, you can get 6.5 Ks for Burns. This is just an example, right? You get 6.5 Ks for Burns, 18.5. I don't want to go 18.5. This is a bad example. Let's go to another team. Let's go to the Cubs, right? Well, I think both of these guys have a chance to hit their strikeouts. Both of these guys have a chance to hit their outs. You know what I'm saying? You know, the Cubs, right? So just hypothetically speaking, uh, 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 you can take them for 4-5 Ks a piece, like I was saying. That's a minus 134. And, you can do an alternate under with that because I do feel like this game's going under. You can also, like I said, whichever one you like to get their outs, you just take them. You know what I'm saying? Whichever one you like to get their outs, you like both of them to get their outs, you can take them both. You know what I'm saying? You can take them both. It's a lot, but you can do that here. This is the only book that lets you do that. Now, Caesars let you put them in the same game parlays. You could also, take a look at pitchers to record a win. You get good money for those. Good money for those. You can look at pitchers to record a win. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like where you think you just really fixated on you're really fixated on Corbin Burns, for instance, to get a win. It's probably his odds probably not that good though. But here's a guy that you could probably look at, to record a win, and you'll get a minus 110 for that. That's a minus 110, sir, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? That's a minus 110. However you fucking want to look at it. So that's another way. And like I said, this book lets you put that in there. You know what I'm saying? You can go with a win. You can now this don't Caesars don't let you do this. You can take the outs and a win, right? But a lot of stuff it don't coincide. Like a win and a money line, no, you can't. I mean, you can't do that. But then you can slide over to some strikeouts with that. Boom, you know what I'm saying? 7.5. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that, right? So use these other books and to the way you like to play. To the way you like to play. Don't just settle for all that shit. And then you line shopping as well. You know what I'm saying? So what did I like about this game? I had love for the strikeouts for Corbin Burns. Think he can get his outs. I also think he can get the win. Win almost equivalent. I mean, not equivalent, but let's say if I want to take the money line parlay, minus 290. I could risk it, take the win. I could risk it and take the win. And I also like Gunnar Henderson along with Ryan O'Hearn. So it's a lot, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. Yep. But predicting game flow. That's all we doing. What we doing right now. What else? Let's see. Let's see. Good game. A good game. So, I would probably say something like this. I'm so tempted to take this strikeouts for Zach Gallen and his outs. I don't know, man. But at the end of the day, I'm out of here, man. I gotta get ready to go to work. Just wanted to drop in and, tap in with y'all, show y'all something like that. I could cross over. Let me see something, man. Let me see something here. NBA. The Pacers, Milwaukee. Oh, this game getting ready to come on. What? Let me see something. Is Giannis playing? Middleton in. Reggie Jackson in a walking boot and shit. No problem, Charles. No problem. Daniel Gafford, present. Ooh, Giannis out. Giannis out. Let me find out. Slide over to that Pacers side of things real quick. Now, let me stop. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Damn, I had to get a Pacers hat earlier though. I had to get one. Hey, uh, I'm not always live, man. Here's the thing. Just make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notifications bell because I do recordings too, man. So I work overnights, man, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. But next week I'll be going for training 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So my schedule is about to be all over the place. Only thing about that is I work 3 days and 4 days, right? So when I'm off 3 days, I'll sometimes I'll be online all day. You know what I'm saying? But I worked on 12-hour shifts. I'll be tired. Um, Sometimes I work, and then sometimes, like I said, I'll be off for 3 days and 4 days. Those are the days that you catch me on here just all the time. You know what I'm saying? Some days I have to drop in, do a recording, and be done with it. You know what I'm saying? But I do try to spend time with with the community, man. You know, and go through over some research tactics and stuff like that. Because I ain't here to try to shove no plays down y'all throat and just tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate it, Charles. I ain't trying to shove no plays down your throat. You know what I'm saying? One day I will come on here and just start giving out plays, but man, it's ugly. You know what I'm saying? It ain't ugly, but baseball is kind of volatile. It is. I love it though. We've been doing basketball all season long. So let's see. Um, what numbers we got? What type of numbers we get out here? Uh, Bobby Portis, Pascal Siakam, like I, he's a guy. I've been playing his points prop, and I've been playing his numbers. He's just been, they need him bad. Um, Dame Lillard couldn't talk off his numbers. Chris Middleton, points, PRA, rebounds, and assists. What's his rebounds plus assists? Let's see. I would look at something like that. Let me see. Let me get a good visual for you guys here. Switch over here to NBA. Get a good visual and get some hit rates up there. I'm about to fry me some catfish, man, and get ready to go to work. Uh, so where were we? Okay. Chris Middleton is an intriguing candidate for the uh, PRAs and rebounds and assists. Rebounds plus assists. Mm, just look at his last 5 games. Or we can look at head to heads. PRAs. Last 5 games, whatever the case may be, sitting at 30. Um, versus Indiana, 21, 23rd. Mm, mm. How about his sole assists here? 5.5 assists. He's 3 of 5 to this number in his last 5. How about his individual rebound prop? Would look like, interesting, right? Um, hmm. How about his 1.5 threes? I know it's probably 1.5. Yeah, 1.5. He's been off a little bit there. Uh, how about hmm. Now I know Dame Lillard, he's been off the chain in the points category. So, and the usage is there for him. Field goal attempts, 24 and 21. I like that. I like that. They are going on the road today, right? So definitely look at Pascal Siakam. The usage is there for him too. In the points category there, he's hit his points in 3 straight games. I don't know what they're going to do to try to stop him. Another thing you could look at for him would be rebounds and assists. I haven't checked his rebounds and assists yet, but his rebounds and assists usually is something like a go, right? So you can also always look at his rebounds and assists, especially in a high pressure situation like this where he'll be out there. He'll have to stay out of foul trouble. There's a couple times that they was running plays to where Bobby Portis would pin his ass deep And but rebounds and assists has been a model of consistency uh, for the last 2 years for him. I've been looking at that prop, so I know that prop by heart. And with the elevated usage, you can also look at the PRAs, something he's probably been blasting out of the water with the points, as much points as he's been scoring, right? So last 2 games in points alone, he's had close to this 40 and a half, 40 and a half. Right now, they have shown the ability to not be able to stop him. Okay, so it's 36 and 37 points there. You could also look at that if you're on the books. You could tease him down on pick'em sites. You can also look at the fantasy score, underdog, prize picks, whatever the case may be. Of course, he's been obliterating that. So for sure, you know what I'm saying. So he's been obliterating that. We know who Pascal Siakam is. He's came from Nick Nurse, so he's a guy that can go out there under the Tibbs Act and just can play all fucking game long if he wanted to, right? So, it is what it is with that situation. Miles Turner, here's another guy who can also get aggressive. He can get aggressive, and he can go out there and give you what you need. He can hit the three in transition. His threes is in play here. He can hit the three in transition, which makes him, pretty dangerous. He's been consistent when it comes to that 15 to 20 point range there. We can look at his points prop here. His points are sitting at 19 and a half right now. So he's hit his points prop in 2 of his last 3 games. It's a 3-point shooting league. He's hit 3 threes or better in each and every last one of his both games this series here. The attempts, I like the attempts. 6 attempts, 9 attempts. That, whenever you get a 3-point prop for him, it's probably going to come out at 1.5. It's going to, it's at 2.5 right now at mega plus money. So at plus money. So I definitely couldn't talk you off of that. He's going to keep on shooting it. As long as you stay out of foul trouble, it is what it is. The most important thing that these teams got to do right now is score. It's the most important things that these teams got to do. I mean, they got to stick defense and all that shit too, but they got to score. You know what I'm saying? Sticking to the highest usage players and taking them for what they do. Pascal Siakam is going to be one of your highest players, one of your highest usage players. Miles Turner is going to be one of your highest usage players. What the fuck is the boy named? Dame Lillard, Bobby Portis, and Chris Middleton. Take these guys for what you do. If you got a good, definite feel on unders, jump on them. It's important to straight bet. You're not gonna straight bet 10 straights and go 0 for 10. At worst, you're probably gonna go 5 and 5. And depending on what type of juice you lay, you can lose fragments. Like straights is major key, man. Major key. I can't stress it enough, right? Don't know what Halliburton is gonna do here. I've been semi falling off from him, but at home it is what it is. Bobby Portis. His points been all over the place. Rebounds, I like the spot for his rebounds. He's been rebounding the ball pretty well. Sitting at 11.5 right now. Don't know what I'm going to do with him, right? Points plus rebounds is something that you can look at. Also, 3 ball. He will step out there and hit the 3, although he hasn't hit a 3 in this series yet. Okay. Points plus rebounds. It's probably something. If you're looking for a combo prop, it's probably a way that you can look there. Points plus rebounds. On the road, he'll need to step it up. Everybody would need to step it up. He hasn't hit that number in 3 straight games that he's sitting at right now. So it is what it is. If you're on the books, you can tease some of these numbers down if you want. The minutes for Bobby Portis lately he's been playing 30 minutes. That's a good thing to see. And the field goal attempts, 15 to 16 field goal attempts, I like it. You give me 15 to 16 field goal attempts and your points prop is sitting at 16, I'm gonna have interest. I'm gonna have interest. You're gonna take 16 shots to give me 16 points. Sign me up, right? I couldn't take the under, even though he missed this number in 2 straight games. But you never know where his points line was at these 2 games. I don't remember. So the usage is there for him as of right now. Uh, but I can see instances where you can temper your expectation because Middleton is around. But these boys need to win this game. It's the playoffs. It's win or go home. Dame Lillard points is in play. Points plus threes. Whatever you want to look at, man. So at the end of the day, that's it, man. 15 minutes before that game start. Um, I needed a little bit more time to look at these other games. I ain't gonna lie. So I didn't even look at these games. I ain't even gonna lie. So I can't just sit here and shove shit down y'all throat like that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, whatever case may be. I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all be smooth, okay? Be smooth. Peace out, man. Mm.